Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live for the Straightjacket podcast here on a Monday afternoon, evening, however you want to call it nowadays. 346, the podcast. And Nuruddin, how are you, man? You know what? Actually, it's a nice weather. It's nice out there, man. It's lovely and sunny.
Lovely day, yeah. Lovely day.
Yeah, man. How are you, man? You all right? Everything good?
Everything's good, man. I don't let Manchester United ruin my life, innit?
Yeah, that's the key.
Those days are over. I'm here about enjoying life.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life.
That's it, man. That's it. Big up to everyone who's enjoying themselves at Carnival and all of that. You know what I mean?
The last bits for the summer, you know what I mean? Everybody's last, the last before we get into September, the last remnants of the summer. And, enjoying themselves. So big up, man. I was thinking about going to Leeds Carnival today, but plan didn't come together.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up to you, bro. Musa will be here. You know, he's like, man, he's gonna make his way. He's not qualifying, man, people, but Musa will be here. He's got a lot to say, man, Musa, man. He's on my WhatsApp. He's been talking, man. So
he's on to Saeed, people. He's on to Saeed.
Me. I don't know why he's on to me, but he's on to me. He's on to a lot of United fan base, man. But there's only one place to start Nuruddin, and that's Kobbie Mainoo, man. Apparently, Kobbie Mainoo's he's looking after his future, man. There's some serious talk coming out now in the last hour or so that Mainoo is considering his options at Manchester United after following a diminished role under Ruben Amorim. Unclear if anything would develop in the next week. Mainoo has always been committed to staying, but lack of opportunities have changed the dynamic, Nuruddin. Have changed the dynamic. I mean, you only got to look at his face there, man. He looks absolutely... he's probably looking at life and whatnot and just thinking, yo, man, this is mad, bro. This is mad, bro. All of a sudden, people forget what Mainoo is. People say he's not that, all that. He's average. You know what I mean? It's funny, isn't it, man? It's funny how life becomes...
This Manchester United team. In this shit Manchester United team that can't fucking buy a win. Are you taking this? Put some respect on that kid's name, you pricks.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Mercenaries.
Facts, man. You know
Listen,
what I mean, bro? Like,
the manager never fancied him because manager doesn't play through midfield. He doesn't play through midfield. So we do from day dot. He's not going to fancy him. But last December, Saturday, I did a video. It's on my channel. I said he should leave and go and get a developmental plan. I'm trying to be positive.
Yeah, you did, to be fair. You did.
I'm trying to be positive, so I'm thinking that hopefully he's working with him to try to get the best out of him. Because that's what he was telling us. I take Amorim at his word. But now... these Amorim sexuals, these men that love him, these men that talk about what tracksuit he's wearing and all this kind of business. Because for me, I'm just like, yo, leave it out. But they're now getting onto him. And there's another way of also the club trying to bully him into signing a contract as well. Those dynamics are at play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those dynamics are at play. So at the end of the day, he won't be the first. He won't be the last young player to leave Manchester United. The best that we can do for him is just wish him well wherever he goes.
Yeah, I don't get it though. The Amorim kind of inners now turning on him. But does it take one player? Is that how it is? Is that how things work in football? Where a player doesn't play games, but now you turn on him. But are you not a Man United fan first?
No, they're not.
No, but I don't get it though. Like, really, are you not a United fan first? Why have you changed your mind because Kobbie Mainoo's not played? Like, listen, I want Kobbie Mainoo to play. But my prerogative is to win. If United were winning and United were playing well and Kobbie wasn't in the team, there wouldn't be an uproar, would they? But now all of a sudden, you're now not backing the manager. Now you've turned to Kobbie Mainoo. Like, it's funny how it works, man. This is why I always say to people, man, you should always just look at things and see for yourself and don't be caught into this blindly backing. This is the problem with football fans and with our fans. We just blindly back something. We don't look at the good. We don't look at the bad. We just say, you know what? It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm not saying to you, be Amorim out, but don't be like, almost like blind to things and
call out the BS. Call out the
and
BS.
call it out. I see.
Be honest and call out the BS. Call out the BS. Call it out. Manchester United have not got a player that can get a foot on the ball. Kobbie Mainoo can. And the fact that you're bringing on the gimmick of centre-halves and Maguire.
Oh, man.
Game, or you need to get back in the game, then you will bring Kobbie Mainoo. That we do know, Saeed, has those clutch moments, yeah? I actually guide where it's proven tested that he's got those clutch moments. And I'm thinking, are you scared to play that kid? So that if he does get the clutch moment, saves you, then you're like, oh shit, I'm going to be forced to play him now. Is that what you're scared of?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But I don't just think this is Amorim. I think it's the football club.
No. I think it's Amorim. I'm sorry, man. It's Amorim. Because at the end of the day,
Amorim can't do anything without the football backing from the football team. Trust me.
No, but this is not a football decision, Nuruddin. To play players, it's not a football decision, Nuruddin. This here is a football decision. I don't think it's
the club are trying to pressure him to sign a contract, Saeed.
No, Nuruddin, I'm not hearing this, man.
Saeed, football clubs can do that.
I'm not hearing this, Nuruddin, man. I'm not hearing this. I'm sorry, man. It's not a club issue. It's not. The same way Garnacho's leaving. Garnacho, then Hoyland, all of these guys, Rashford, the managers clearly said, yo, I don't value you anymore. I don't want you anymore. You man can leave. So at the end of the day, it's Amorim's decision. Because you were watching it yesterday. If you're telling me, in that midfield yesterday, Nuruddin, you're looking at it, you have to say to yourself, Ogata is better. In that moment, you're telling me Ineos have told the manager to bring on Ogata and play Mason Mount in midfield. Are you telling me the club's telling him to do that? Come on, Nuruddin, man.
No,
it's
Saeed,
not.
Saeed,
I understand it from a point of view.
That's a straw man argument. Let me just finish. That's a straw man argument. What I'm saying to you is that there's negotiations over a contract that's been going on for about 6-7 months from last season, right? The club have put it out to people and said that Kobbie's asking some ludicrous money, which is not true. And people can see it from everybody can see the truth. And actually, his representative have gone out there and said they've never asked for that type of money. So what I'm saying to you is that he's actually not playing under pressure being put on him from the football club, and then the coach maybe not fancied. You put it aside what the club is doing, but I think all of these different things are connected. I think there is a connection. Now, I'm not saying Ineos are picking fucking what players to play or not, or how to in-game management. But what I'm saying to you is that those things do happen where you're getting pressured and you squeeze in, especially homegrown players. They don't really do it to a lot of players they buy in. They do it to mainly homegrown players. And like I said, most of you can waffle because most of you last week were telling me, that Manchester United are back and Manchester United are this. And this week you got a loud awakening. You got a big slap in your faces, Some of you in the chat were telling me I was all negative. So now just pipe down for a second because you don't know it all. And me, I've been through it. I've seen it season in, season out. And I pay attention to what's going on at this fucking football club. Like, unlike most of you who get absolutely propagandized and absolutely get PR'd. So hold on a minute. What I'm not saying, Kobbie, that Amorim is not the ultimate decision maker. I'm just saying to you things that are connected because we've seen the pressure from the football club to try to get him to sign a contract. That is it.
I get it, but I don't think the two situations connect, Nuruddin. I don't
but
think
sometimes things are saying
yes,
things align.
But this situation,
Nuruddin, have done that to people before. They have done that to people.
I don't think, like I said to you, this situation here is not to force.
But we've been known that he doesn't fancy
sign a contract. Anyway. But okay, let me ask you a question. Would this situation force a player to sign a contract? Yes or no?
No, at this moment in time, it looks like they're forcing him out.
So no. The club are forcing Mainoo out.
Yeah.
Man, Nuruddin, man.
You hear what he said yesterday?
Nuruddin, come on, man.
You hear what he said yesterday?
It's a big contract.
Amorim tried to force him out. Amorim basically came out yesterday and said, Bruno, he's competing with Bruno. And we all know something in Bruno's contract under Oli, Ten Hag, and Amorim, he has to play every minute of every second of every game. Can never be subbed. Forget about it. So that means that's why you're getting the reports linking him away from Manchester United.
Bro, no. I'm not gonna lie to you, Nuruddin. I'm sorry, yeah, man. The club, yeah, would never force Mainoo out of the football club. It's
So
not.
why are they saying they're listening to offers? Why are they reporting that? Why are they reporting that?
I don't know, because at the end of the day, remember,
why are they putting the rumors out there then?
No, because he wants to. He wants to potentially move out. Like maybe they've looked at him and thought, "Yo, we can't
because
give
they
you."
put him
Hold
in
on a minute. No, but hold on a minute. What if Mainoo has said, "Yeah, I want this amount." Yeah, I'm just giving you an example. Fabricio, what's he said? Let me know in the chat if anything happens. By the way, but what I'm saying to you is, yeah, end of the day, if he has maybe said, "Yeah, yo, I want X amount," and Man United can't give it him, then I would understand that. But I don't think that's the case. I think people are putting it out there that he wants 108 grand a week. We don't know yet. We don't know. It's bullshit, right? Okay, cool.
That's been disproven.
So there is no circumstances where Manchester United.
You muppets in the chat.
No, chill. Forget the chat for 1 second. There is no justifiable reason for Manchester United, right, to say, "Yo, sign a contract, yeah, or you will leave, or we will not play you." It is nothing. We just need to focus, yeah, on the problem, and that is a manager. The manager's decision is to not play Kobbie Mainoo in there. It's not as complicated. It's not as Ineos. Listen, we get it. We don't, you know, Ineos are not the best people in the world. Glazers are not the best people in the world. I understand that, yeah, but it's down to the manager. That's it. You're overcomplicating Nuruddin. I really do. You're complicating.
People like you, Saeed, that try to divorce two different things. The reason why, and you listen to, because you don't listen to what Amorim says. Him, Barada, Wilcox are working tightly together to change the culture of this football club. So
what's made it the culture?
You're trying to divorce. Do you think this exiled people is just because of Amorim? No, it's also the football club as well. The football club have decided they want to clear house, that they want to get rid of, and they want to punish people. Just for example, Malacia. And his only crime, Malacia, was he was good friends with Rashford. Like guilt by association. Like he's getting a drive-by. He's getting, when people are going on a drive-by, he's getting sprayed as well. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. To me, I think 1, 2, 3 things can be true at the same time. Do I think that he doesn't rate Kobbie, or he's got a problem against Kobbie and he's got favoritism? He has got favoritism, 100% of that. But I'm telling you.
Yeah, but Kobbie is everything that is for the culture. Kobbie is everything that is for the culture, though. So it goes against your argument. What you're saying would be true for people like maybe a Rashford, who have been here on big wages, who have shown sometimes they're not in the game. Everything that Kobbie Mainoo is goes for what they're trying to build, goes for what the club represents in the future. I get it if it means.
I'm sorry.
Hold on a minute.
The evidence has not been there. Just stop.
Mainoo.
Yeah. Manchester United since last December have been talking about the idea of even maybe him moving on. That has been this rumors of Kobbie Mainoo and Garnacho being sold was from last season. So I understand that. Right. So this idea of the football club valuing Kobbie Mainoo and Kobbie Mainoo being the centerpiece, it is what it is. And the point I'm trying to dictate to you and try to make to you is that we have a history of this football club where Jose wanted to get rid of Rashford and Martial, and the club said no. And he wanted to buy older players and for more big money. And they were like, no, we've actually invested in the development of these young players. We want to keep these players. So I'm just saying to you, all this bomb squad, without the club supporting Amorim can't do this alone. So the point what I'm going to make to you is that the idea of the idea that has been put out there, Manchester United have been putting it, let it be known that Kobbie Mainoo, they're listening to offers. That was from last December when I'm making.
Yeah, but I understand that. But that's just a contractual situation that was not organized. If Kobbie Mainoo was playing games, you would not be saying, Nuruddin, yeah, that it's down to Ineos. You would not be saying that. If Kobbie Mainoo was here and playing football games, right, you would not be saying the club.
But he's never had a run of football games under Amorim. He's not.
Under Amorim. So were the club trying to force him out under Ten Hag then? Were the club trying to force him out under Ten Hag?
No, Ten Hag. He was actually one of the centre backs. Him and Garnacho were played to death under Ten Hag.
That's what I'm saying to you. So you're saying within a year, you believe that the club have changed their stance here and want to sell Bruno, Kobbie Mainoo?
Yes, my feelings are that the football club and the coach, together with the coach, do not fancy him. For whatever reason, he doesn't rate him, or he doesn't rate his qualities. And the club have let it be known and put it out there that he is for sale. That's why we had the Spurs links how many months ago, when at the beginning of the transfer window. We had the Chelsea links. We had the links maybe move abroad. And these things have not been going away. They have not been going away. So the point I want to make to you, since Amorim has come in, certain players have been sidelined, or whatever you want to call it. But Kobbie Mainoo, the club was putting it out and briefing, and I had to explain that to people because some people don't have a effing clue about how football works. And actually the treatment of younger players who will come from your academy, how football clubs treat them. The same way Liverpool were treating Trent, same way Kobbie gets treated, the same way Gary. Gary never let it be known this week. It was only this week Gary never let it be known what contract he was on. And that because he's a fan of United and he's been there.
Yeah. He didn't mind. He didn't mind.
He didn't mind how he was paid. That's what they want all footballers to be. But times have changed. Not all footballers are going to accept that. Where somebody, you're in a team, you're playing better than, but they're on 3 times the wages that you're on. So at the end of the day, people, 1 or 2 things can be right. I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying the club are letting it be known. And I know the types of journalists that the club briefed in and out in the past 5-6 months. And his name was there always on those journalist lips. They're not getting this from nowhere. They're not getting it. They're being briefed off the record. That's why they can print them out, because they're never going to reveal those. But it's the club that's doing that. It's Roy Keane. I'm not feeling sorry. Roy Keane was one of the highly paid guys in Manchester United and even in the Premier League. People are making out Roy Keane was highly paid. I remember he was going to Inter Milan or Bayern Munich were after him. And then Manchester United broke. Rio Ferdinand and Roy Keane were the 2 players. Manchester United broke their wage structure. So I'm trying to give that context. And for a lot of these people, it goes over their heads. I'm not saying that there's a conspiracy to do this. I'm just saying to you that Kobbie, for me, was played to death. And obviously, he went to the final. He came in the team. Straight away, he was our savior. Ten Hag played him to death. England took him. And there's going to be a dip. Because with young players, that's what you do. When you burn them out, it's going to be a dip. But since the dip, Manchester United have let it be known, him and Garnacho specifically, they're willing to listen to offers. Garnacho in January negotiated with Napoli, but he was asking for too much. And now he wants to go to a team in the Premier League. Kobbie Mainoo is another thing. The contractual stuff is going on. And also this coach, let it be known yesterday. Don't think that it's not calculated. Don't think that it was just that Amorim's words are just after the end. No,
I believe it's his words.
These are calculated.
You're letting him off for waffling.
No, what I'm saying to you, Saeed,
don't let him waffle. Don't let him get away with it, Bruno.
Please let me finish.
Don't let him get away with it.
What he said yesterday was very much calculated.
It was calculated.
It was a very calculated.
It's not coming from Ineos.
It was a very much calculated because he said he's in competition for Bruno.
Yeah, he's basically saying that
the whole fan base knows you're not playing. And how many days are left on
a week?
How many days are left? Maybe 8 days left on the transfer.
Around there.
Yesterday's that statement was done on purpose by Amorim to let it be known that let him be known that Amorim wants to go and that he's got no place position for you in this football club. Bruno is the guy that plays every minute, like I said, never gets sub every second of every minute. So Kobbie Mainoo, and I was trying to be positive and say maybe Amorim and the football club and the football structure want to do something different. For once, I'm trying to give. That's what I said to you yesterday in a watch along. Maybe they've got a developmental plan. Maybe he needs to work things.
No,
what he said after the game yesterday, let it be known that every United fan and all football fans, and to Kobbie and his representatives, you ain't getting a sniff, lad. You need to leave.
Can I just respond to this comment here, man? I'm going to do it on what? What's the manager showing you that he should be backed over the player? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, F the manager, bro. I'll be real with you, man. You get me? A manager that has 7 wins in 29 shouldn't be backed. So yeah, I'm gonna choose Mainoo over the manager. And what are you gonna do about it? Because at the end of the day, it's simple to me. I know what Kobbie is. I know how he's talented. I've seen in big games Kobbie Mainoo perform at a high level. I've not seen this manager perform. I've not seen anything for me to back the manager. If I did, I wouldn't be saying this. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I'd be saying, you know what? Cool. Let the manager cook. You know what I mean? You lot, you know what I mean? Relax. But I'm sorry, man. I ain't seen nothing from this manager for me to be like, yo, I'm on your side. Nah, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna back the manager because he's the manager. That's it. Because of hierarchy. Nah, man. It don't work like that, man. I'm sorry. So for me, we are making, and this is going to be a fundamental, this is going to be one of United's worst decisions ever to let rid of Kobbie Mainoo. I'm telling you now, one of United's biggest fumbles if United let go of Kobbie Mainoo. They really will do. They really, Nerdy, I can't hear you, bro. They really will regret selling Kobbie Mainoo. They will, man. Like, genuinely, man, like another team that plays possession football, that plays to Kobbie Mainoo's strengths, that plays in a team where, you know, they're meant to be attacking, they're meant to be playing on the front foot. They will benefit from Kobbie Mainoo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
So I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, so the point I want to say to you, Saeed, I have actually come to terms with the way the club treated Kobbie Mainoo. And the way that they bent him out, the way that Ten Hag was allowed to do what he wanted with him. And I actually made the video, and I made my piece in that December. I made the piece in December. I was away with work in Yorkshire, and I made the video to say, Kobbie Mainoo, you need to leave this football club because you're not going to get... I don't want him to end up like Rashford. I don't want him to end up like Martial, where you get burnt out, you get used, and then you get spat out, and then the fans will go and have a go at you. So that's the reason why. That is the reason why. I'm saying that I've come to peace with it. So I'm not even too asked. I just hope that he goes to a football club where they can develop him, because he still needs to develop aspects of his game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Listen. The thing is, people don't realize here that we haven't said Kobbie Mainoo is world class. We haven't said he's the oracle. We haven't said he's going to be this next superstar. What we're saying is that Manchester United right now, at this current stage, cannot be prioritizing a manager who clearly doesn't know what he's doing himself. He doesn't know what he's doing. The manager has no idea what he's doing. Well, how can I think
Bayern Munich would be a brilliant club for him, for Kobbie Mainoo.
Say that again? I tried to get Bayern Munich.
I think Bayern Munich would be a brilliant football club for
bro, I don't know. Listen, it could be anyone, man. End of the day, bro. Like, he's probably looked at it for, listen, I've got a week now to look elsewhere. I've got a week now to assess my options.
Yeah. It's a World Cup, People are forgetting it's a World Cup, And that's why Amorim stated what he stated yesterday. Because the World Cup,
And it's a World Cup, Yeah, Musa, can you hear us?
Sheikh Musa, not qualified.
Yeah, I was sorting out this audio. Can you hear me,
Yeah, it's a new audio, fresh audio, yeah?
No, I was just sorting out the audio. I'm outside, man. I'm in Brixton. It's bank holiday, mate. What's United saying?
Bank holiday,
man. United is... It's
carnival. The streets are quiet.
Yeah, so everybody's got a carnival, that's fine. Everybody's on Notting Hill.
Talk to us about this Mainoo situation. Talk to us about this Mainoo situation, because Musa, Nerd is moving mad with the whole Mainoo saying the club are trying to force him out and that. I'm saying, nah, man. It's a simple situation. The manager don't like him, and now it is what it is. What are you saying?
I think, I think I might tend to agree. Where I think it's like the Mainoo situation is, I don't think it's the club. I think it's his agent and the people around him. I think it's just similar to what we heard before, but I don't think the club want Mainoo to go. The problem is, I think the club is happy for him to sit on the bench. which Mainoo isn't happy to do. I don't think that they're in a rush to move on a 20-year-old. The problem is, it's easy for us to say that Mainoo's only 20 and Arsenal's out here playing 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem with what Mainoo's got. But at the same time, I just think...
Can I ask the question, Musa? So
let me have the point.
Why have they let it be known that he's one of the people for sale? Why? Why have they been briefing that?
I think we heard that last time as well, but I don't know. We heard that come out last season or the end of last year. I don't know if they've been briefed about that, but I think that was off the back when United said that everybody's for sale. So if they said everybody was for sale, I think default setting was Mainoo was a part of that everybody. There was no untouchables. I think the only thing that I'm worried about is that Mainoo's looked around the changing room. Rashford's gone, Garnacho's gone, Højlund's gone, and it was only just a few months ago where these lot were like, especially Højlund and Garnacho and Mainoo, where they were meant to be the promising young future of the club. And I feel when he sees how eager, especially Garnacho, I think him and Garnacho would have been a bit close. I think when he sees how eager he is to get first team football and how eager he is to play now, it might question his own ambition in terms of why should I just be happy to sit on a bench? But that being said, he's 20 years old, guys. It's not going to be his first England tournament. And I've seen people leave and go to other clubs and they still don't end up having long, good England careers. And, you know what I'm trying to say? I think the game changes a lot. And also, I think it's easy for us to say Man United is this, Man United is that. But to play for Manchester United and to be an academy player and to have the talent and the ability where I don't think the club will push for you to be sold. Like, as far as I'm concerned, his level of footballing ability, he's got a lifelong contract at Man United, as long as he fulfills his footballing ability. So to have that, it's not something you should just walk away from, because not a lot of people get that. You don't get that back in. I think his ability of football.
This is a footballing period now where I believe 2021, where it's a key part of your development, and you can't really skip and just be on the bench, bro. You're seeing that, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm at my United, bro, so end of the day, life is good. Like, he's got to make a very, very conscious decision. What's better for my career? Like, United would always be there at the end of the day. Like, United, you still...
But even going out on loan side, him coming and saying, I want to go and play football in Spain for a year, or Italy for a year, I don't think it's a bad shout.
Yeah.
I just feel like going on loan, like, look at Højlund right now. He's going to go and get minutes at Napoli. I think Kobbie being smart and saying saying to the manager, saying to the club, look, if you're not going to play me this year, let me go out on loan. I want to play. I want to get some minutes. I think he should push for a loan more than he pushes for, you know, the fact that... But then again, guys, I look at it and I say the season's just started. As far as I'm concerned, and I said this in one of my predictions, I think just due to things happening, Kobbie's going to get minutes, man. And it's not going to get minutes because the manager wants to give him minutes. He's going to get... How many times have we seen managers forced into...
Musa, I'm sorry, man. Let me tell you something, for example, why would you get minutes, in a Man United team, when the position or the moment to bring you on was the moment when Mason Mount went in midfield? If I swear down, when you know that there's a period where you know you're not wanted anymore by the manager, is when they put Mason Mount.
He spelled it out.
He spelled out, bro.
Look at Maguire. Look at Maguire. He had that.
Nah, but Maguire's different, though, man. Maguire's a defender.
The money, the wages. Nobody was paying that. And Maguire told United, you have to pay me out of my contract for me to go.
No, my thing is this. If the club want to sell Kobbie Mainoo, we would know about it. I think it would have been a conversation we're having at the start of the window rather than at the end of the window. I just think if Man United buy a midfielder that's not Beleba, then I worry for Kobbie. But if we don't buy a midfielder, if we don't buy
boxing king, big up.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we don't buy a midfielder, and I'm looking at the midfielders that we've got, and then I'm looking at the likelihood of having injuries, don't let this Mason Mount fool you. like he's gonna be fit all season. Don't let him
Brother,
fool you
World Cup,
guys.
yeah, World Cup, yeah, they will be. That's why him and Luke Shaw are
Guys,
still there.
listen,
World Cup,
guys,
yeah, World Cup, yeah.
guys, he's gonna
Yeah.
pull up like a 100-meter sprinter, mate, and holding on to his flipping what's it again? He's fine. Don't listen to this mouth stuff and get a gas man them and start. Look at
That's
Arsenal.
his
They've
baby,
got,
but I said, no, hold on a minute. Did I not say to you on the Mandem Talk, Mason Mount will start against them?
yeah, you did.
Did I say that? And then you were like, nah, Saeed, man. How
I
dare
didn't
you?
believe it. No, I
Bro,
didn't believe
you
it.
didn't believe it, did you? I said it to you, man. He rates
Didn't
Mason
believe it.
Mount, yeah? And
Musa.
he said, hold on a minute. But the thing is, yeah, you know, if the manager, yeah, Musa, yeah, I would believe you if the manager didn't say that Kobbie Mainoo is fighting for Bruno's position. If he never said that and if he never mentioned it, I would have been like, you know what? He maybe just didn't see that he fit in that game. But the fact, yeah, he said he's fighting for Bruno's position means that Bruno is going to start every game and is never going to be benched. So therefore, Mainoo is never, ever coming on. Unless,
No, but this is how I took it, though.
Unless against Grimsby, where shock, Bruno Fernandes is on the bench because he's not playing in a game.
You know what it is, though? What I like, though,
bro.
I agree with you, but what I do like is that the world goes round in funny ways, and sometimes when people talk tough like that, they get tested. And this is what I'm saying. Don't be surprised if Bruno gets an injury and then Amorim's tested with, okay, let's see you play Kobbie now. Because I still believe he puts Mason Mount back. I think Bruno being injured makes him put Mason Mount there, but don't be surprised if he's tested with that. But then I looked at it in another way as well. Is Man United telling us that when it comes to replacing Bruno Fernandes, their long-term replacement is Kobbie Mainoo, and they're not going to replace him in the transfer window at any given time? And that was another positive. I looked at it like that. Like they're telling us as a club that Mainoo is the long-term replacement for Bruno. So when Bruno leaves, whether it's this summer or, I mean, obviously he's not going to leave now, but I was hoping something could happen. But when Bruno leaves next window, which I think he will leave, the club's basically telling us Kobbie's his long-term replacement. And if that's what they're telling us, then I think that's not also a bad thing.
Nah, it's a bad thing, man, because we don't know
what.
when
Talk to me about the game, man. Forget about this Kobbie business. Talk to me about the game. You set.
I told everybody last week. We told them last week that this game will let us know, was it Arsenal allowing us to play? Like me and Noreen said, they just gave us the ball and they sat back. Or was it us pressuring them? And I told you it was them. It was them allowing us to play. Last week was Arsenal saying it's the first game of the season. Man United can't do nothing when you give them the ball. Let them have it. We'll get our goal and we'll shut up shop. And that's what they proved. And we got giddy and got excited saying, we've got possession. We're making runs in behind. All of that nonsense. And then you come, and remember I sent you the message that my brother said, most teams in the bottom half of the league set up like Arsenal did last week, and we're going to face many more games like this where teams ask us to break them down and we can't.
But I also think that nobody in here in the chat also wasn't oblivious to the idea that if that same situation happened at Fulham, we would not accept a performance and a result like we did against Arsenal. Nobody here was glorifying maybe the result of the game against Arsenal. They've just seen a few positives in that game that they can say, you know what, if United play like that for majority of the season, Man United can maybe somehow do better this season. But the proof, hold on a minute. But the proof is in the pudding against Fulham. And what did Man United do? They failed the test. So therefore, Man United have now realized, or should have realized that this is the same old. And now these one-off games against Arsenal are there, but the bread and butter of United still is there. And nobody was naive to that. Everyone said Fulham game is the test.
You know what it is, though? Look at this, though. Man United have gone and bought a brand new attack. And Silver at flipping Fulham hasn't even had to worry about that because it's not about the attack. It's not the profile of player. It's the system at hand that the manager deploys. So he didn't even care that we had a brand new front three because he knew it was the same United coming with the same stringent system. It doesn't matter who we played. He just knew how the manager would set us up and what he needed to do to nullify it to make sure that they can get a win against us. And that's the biggest issue that we're going to have going forward. It's got nothing to do with the players at hand, because here we are again, and we've got people in the chat. We don't want to name names. They're doubting Mbumo. They're doubting Cunha not finishing his dinner. They're already talking about Sesko. Why isn't he playing? He's not looking all that in his little 2 cameos that he's had. We're having people already doubting the players when these are players who were delivering at high levels in different systems. And here we are. And I told everybody in this system, and I'm going to say it again for those that don't want to hear me, Mbumo is a wing back. Because the wingers in Amorim's systems are wing backs. They're not number 10s. People need to get in their head. Amorim in this system.
Why are they not attacking?
No, but they are, but it's the system. You have to understand, though, in Amorim's system, wing backs are wingers. And Mbumo is a winger. It's like Mo Salah. Mo Salah could have played.
We should see our wing backs push up. So therefore, I don't think it's a personnel issue. We could have the best wing back in world football, and they would still suffer in this Man United team.
I'm not saying it's a personnel issue, but I'm not saying it's a personnel issue, but what I'm saying is this. This is Brixton Police is always about, if we want to give players, I'm telling you, if we want to give players an opportunity to show their best attributes, then put them in positions where even when things are getting difficult, it still favors their best attributes. And Buemo wants that space in behind. He wants that space to run into more than Ahmad wants it. Ahmad's happy with, like little neat passes, 1-2s, running off a player. We see him. He's happy to do that. He's comfortable. And he's also happy to run in behind if you ask him, but he doesn't need it. I don't think he needs it as much as Mbumo. We saw Mbumo's killer touch. I think you put him in that wing-back position where the wing-backs start on the halfway line. Remember, our wing-backs are on the halfway line with all that space in behind to run into. Let Mbumo pick up the ball on the halfway line and let him run. He can cross it as well.
He runs, but there's no connectivity between the front three.
But he's the crosser. I'm with you, but he's the crosser. And Mbumo's a better crosser than Ahmad.
Dogu was a good outlet against Arsenal. 1 second. Dogu was a good outlet. Before you come in, Nordin, was Dogu not a good outlet against Arsenal? We've seen him going forward. Why did that stop against Fulham? Why?
Because they nullified us.
Shut down.
That's what I'm saying. So they nullified it. So you've answered your own question here. So what I say to you is that you can't really blame the personnel. You've got to blame the understanding of these guys in the system of what does a manager want from them. And when we get nullified and we get found out, how do we counteract that? What's our plan B? What do we do to say, you know what?
Freestyle FC. Freestyle.
Musa, I'm not having Saeed get away with it. Because last week, me and you were in the doghouse, mate. And me and you
get away with it. You don't get away with it. I don't get why you want to say, I told you so.
I just want to say, our opinions were seen as strange and negative.
I'm telling you.
It wasn't strange and negative.
Negative.
We had a difference in opinion. We had a difference of opinion. We had a difference of opinion.
Arsenal gave us the space. Arsenal were like, we got strong centre-halves. You can have all the space, dilly-dally, do all the runs. And like I said, the only chance we created was a serious chance was that great save from Raya. Raya made one world-class save, and that was from Cunha. And again, on the weekend, our best player, the best assist that we could have had, was from our goalkeeper. That's
a concern, man, by the way. The only open play contribution from Man United was from the goalkeeper, man. See, that's why I always want to focus on what we're trying to do here. The fact that the goalkeeper from a long ball was the only time when Man United did something in the whole game was crazy.
Criminal.
That's criminal. The only shot on target. And like I said to you, we've only scored once in our last 6, I believe.
That was what, in the first 10 minutes or something?
10 minutes, bro. When we had a bit of like good movement from Cunha.
But this is what I said. They've worked us out. Man United is the robo-dope where you let them box themselves out. They come out thinking that they're tough first 10, 15 minutes. And every team knows if you get through that first little 10 minutes, 15, they're crap. They're fake.
Crap, bro. It's like when you go to Anfield. You know when you go to Anfield, if you survive the first 30 minutes at Anfield, you're all right. You're feeling relaxed.
Calm down.
But if you
United only got 10 minutes.
Man United only got 10 minutes.
got...
Let me get through the super chats.
Yes,
By the way,
sir.
there's 2.4K in the building. There's only 500 likes. You lot are disgraceful, man. Please, people, if you are doing anything right now, please hit the like button.
They're moving
Use
like
your
the
remote.
Manchester United football team. The fan base are moving like the team.
Bro, please just hit the like button.
Stingy,
Hit the like
mate,
button.
Stingy.
Stingy,
with
man. Hit the like button, people. Helps the channel massively. Helps us grow. B-Man sends super chat here. Link up with United from AJ Analyst for tactical analysis. Yeah, big up to him. I see you doing this thing over there. Haydar says, to you guys as well as a chat, if Bruno plays all 30 against the midfield, where do you honestly think we finish? We're going to get onto that in a second, man, because maybe we might have to change our prediction. Abdul Aziz says, big up Saeed Nuruddin. People say I was negative about Ineos, Amorim, and Bruno, but I was right. Results, owners, players, all a disaster. Amorim's the worst. You could find a better coach on Timu. That's bars, I can't lie. Gillis says, big up Amorim, not making sense. He's saying Kobbie's competing with Bruno for a position that Bruno doesn't even play. Is he lying to stop a backlash? Amorim has a fetish for suffering, useless coach. Just Waffler says, get rid of Malacia isn't a conspiracy. The brother just isn't good enough. At the end of the day, Amorim's system isn't profiling players well enough. We need to judge him in isolation sometimes. Nuruddin has been right about Ennis and Amorim, and now they want to push Mainoo out. This club is finished under these clowns. Absolute disgrace. Mainoo, another Rashford, full stop. And you guys know this. Sell him and Bruno. Stop making these lame excuses. What do you mean another Rashford, by the way? Don't try and... listen, I know you're not being Rashford.
Visuals making up stories.
Yeah, come on, bro, man. He ain't no another Rashford, man. Like, let's not do that, bro. You get me? Like, he ain't that, man. He should join.
We've seen the guy. We've seen Kobbie have to come off the bench, whether it was against Leon, whether it's at Anfield, whether we know his ability. And this is why I said to people, and I'm going to go back to this, and I said this before. I remember saying this as clear as day. Kobbie Mainoo and Ahmad are the equivalent, and this is why I say to you, any manager worth his salt or worth his gold in weight, any manager, would have saw that Kobbie Mainoo and Ahmad is the equivalent of Cunha and Mbeumo. I don't want to hear anything from anyone. They are the equivalent. Everything that Cunha can do in a 10, Kobbie can do in a 10. And everything Mbeumo can do in a 10, Ahmad can do in a 10. Are the other two a bit more senior with a bit more experience? Yes, they are. But any manager worth his salt would have saw that he's got two players there with the ability to both play in a 10 in this system. He never played them there. He's got one doing wing back and he's got one in the 6 or the 8 position further back. Because the first thing he should have been doing was going and saying, I want Beleba at the start of the window and Walton. Spend all the money on them two. Because if you've got Beleba and Walton behind Ahmad and Kobbie, we're still going to finish where we're finishing anyway.
But his idea is that he doesn't believe the midfield has got a plan for the team, bro. His idea is that midfield is not very much the need for the system to click. Hence why we don't play.
Why are we doing anything on the wings? Where's the wing play then?
That's where the backlash comes from. So we're seeing that if you don't say you play for the middle of the park, so where do you play from? Where does our attack start? It's hoofball. Have you noticed, guys? A lot of the time, even when you look at last week, maybe, for example, some of the times Cunha and Mbeumo were doing things themselves. Maybe you could look at it and think, you know what, man? Maybe Cunha and Mbeumo are dragging the ball up the pitch.
I rate Mbeumo. Out of the two of them, I would have got a Cunha and I would have sacrificed Mbeumo as much as I rate him.
That means Bruno stays, man. Bun that, bro.
No, not even that, because I think we still got players like Ahmad, like Kobbie. I would have sacrificed Mbeumo just for Beleba. I don't think there's one player we've bought this summer that is more important to us than Carlos Beleba. Not one of them. But he was our third, fourth choice.
Man United shoehorning Bruno in the midfield has also been a problem as to why this Man United team.
We should have sold him.
If Man United took out Bruno out of the team and then put a proper midfielder like a Carlos Beleba and then someone alongside him who's very much technical on the ball, let's say, for example, a Stiller, I reckon Man United would do a lot better. A lot better. And maybe the system might have actually cooked. But his persistence with Bruno has cost him and will cost him his job because he's not conducive to what the system needs. They don't marry together. It's not the relationship.
You know where is as well, Saeed, yeah? There's some Kobbie Mainoo fan bases, yeah, that I've put up some stats about Kobbie before he got injured when he was playing in the six. And he had some of the best ball recovery stats in the league. He was like, there's people that's kind of shown me to the point where I was a bit also overlooking Kobbie's capabilities of actually being able to play that role and how we did for England and how we did it for, what's his name, Ten Hag, what he can actually do in a two-man. Like, I was actually believing this propaganda from Amorim and Ineos, or whoever backs this Amorim guy, in terms of what Kobbie can do. Like, Stiller, I get it, but Kobbie can do it. Guys, you just need to play your best footballing players, and you're going to.
Yeah, exactly. Let me read the last super chats. Saeed Noordin says, inshallah, by mid-September, I have 5 weeks off from work. I won't watch a single game if Amorim stays and Mainoo gets sold. Maybe we get relegated. Amorim out, Ineos out. V33 says, bro, I'm a broken fan. Bro, this is crazy. After 2 games, I'm seeing with Thomas Frank and Thomas Spurs. I feel lost with Amorim, and I do not want to relive last season again. Bring in Palace manager, same system, better execution. Says, should we be defensive and hit on the counters? I think we might be better that way until we have the trustworthy midfielders in the middle. Brother, we're defensive. He brought 7 defenders on, bro. What more defensive do you want to be? We're defensive, bro. I think we're not that bad at the back, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. If we played a 4-man,
other than him try to win a game,
brother, defensive. We are defensive, bro. Lenny Euro and Dillit is enough at the back. I don't think we need more defenders.
We do.
A fourth. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, man. I would be very confident in them 2 at the back. Dillit, who marshals the defense and is almost a leader, and then Lenny Euro, who's got the pace of the recovery. Sorry?
There's no sign for me to say that season in, season out, those 2 can stay fit.
Bro, forget the fitness. I'm talking about what works and what the team shape is. Manchester United
Luke
now
Shaw,
do not
Luke
need...
Shaw is the one to go off. Luke Shaw doesn't do... Basically, in the system, the 2 wide centre-halves need to go up and down the pitch. They have to be the ball carriers. They have to break the lines. That's what
I'm saying to you. I don't want to play a 5 at the back. I'm saying Man United should go back to a 4-3-3 because we don't really need an extra centre-back. What is the extra centre-back doing? Can someone tell me, what the extra centre-back has done for Man United? Because it's meant to be doing something, by the way. What has the extra centre-back...
Iwobi told you they just jumped. Iwobi said yesterday the centre-backs jumped, and we knew what they were going to jump. And actually, you know the maddest thing? Iwobi, one of the best players who set up the goal for Fulham, and the coach, Silva, both exposed us as a football club yesterday. Exposed the shambles that we are. They overloaded the midfield.
And the manager, and their manager as well.
Yeah, that's what I say. Silva and Iwobi exposed us. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is. But Bruno Fernandes is a problem. And if it's a serious football club, they'll be listening to offer him and moving him on now.
No, they can't. I think it's too late, man. We had our moment. I think, man, we missed the boat, man, until next season. I think he's here. I think he's staying. And we missed the boat. And it's shame on you lot for not denying that deal. If United fans, had all been on Bruno Fernandes...
How is he allowed to dictate?
I genuinely think, some decisions, my United fans can manifest. If we all say, sell Bruno, I'm telling you now, man, the club will look at that. Same way you make conspiracy theories, about...
I don't make conspiracy theories.
No, you do. You do. No, you do. You make conspiracy theories. Hold on a minute. You make conspiracy theories. No, I'm not doing this. Same way you make conspiracy theories, about Man United and what happens in the ownership or whatnot. I can say the same thing about us as United fans. If we say we want to sell Bruno Fernandes, get that money, reinvest in the football club, I'm telling you, maybe Ineos might just sell him. I'm telling you now. But because we need Bruno. No. But guys, we need Bruno. He's our savior. Guys, he's our savior. We need him. I'm telling you now, bro. We have the power, man. Same way we have the power if we wanted to get the Glazers out. Same way we have the power to do things at the football club. We could do it. We just don't believe in ourselves. We don't. Other football clubs can do it, but why can't?
Remember what I said.
Teams
Man United
call players out. Why can't we do it?
You know what it is? You know what big clubs would have done? Big clubs would have saw Bruno's. I mean, they would have saw Amorim's record in the 6 months that he was there, and they would have treated him like a part-time type of coach, and they would have just let him go on. What do they call it again? Interim.
Yeah.
That's what they would have treated it. They would have cut their loss and say, look, we wanted him long term, but we got rid of our manager halfway through the season. Even if we would have had to have an interim, he would have had to take us to the end of the season anyway. We've only got one player in, which is Dogu. Let's cut our losses, because we're talking about 29 games and we're talking about 28 points here. But forget the 29 games. We was on 27 games last season, and he was on flipping 26 points or whatever it was. That was enough. Before we even started the season, that record was still bad enough. Why did we have to have 2 extra games and have 1 extra point for this record to all of a sudden be here? You know what I'm saying? So for me, we should have let him go.
Musa, let me say this, Musa. Spurs.
This is not true, man. Where's his source, by the way? Who is this? Who is this?
The manager. At the end of the day, I don't blame Amorim myself, because I think that he was put on an impossible position. Everybody knew that the players that he has are not compatible. He's got a very unique system, and they're not compatible. But we all said 7 to 5 players in that first team can change the dynamics, and the club have not. We bought in Bermo and Cunha, and everybody got gassed. And now everybody's coming down from that mountain. They're coming down, and you know that walk down is heavy leg.
But you know what the problem is as well, Noradine? The club right now, they've got 2 things that they can do. They either back Amorim or they sack him. There's 2 things. If you want to back Amorim, you need to go and get him Beleba. That's the first thing, because Amorim's system has proven we don't.
You back the club. You back the club. Like you don't. We're not buying for the manager.
Look, Beleba. But what I'm trying to say is this: Beleba is a club signing anyway, but it's proven the profile of player that Amorim needs in that position is not at the club. So they've got one issue. But what is also proven is that there is a squad of players there in another system where you don't have to get Beleba this summer. You change that system, you don't have to get Beleba this summer. If you want to back a manager who's not prepared to change the system, go and get him Beleba. That's the only options you got.
It's not just Beleba. We need another midfielder. We need another midfielder and Beleba.
Yeah, big up Killis, by the way, for sending me this. The only reason why I don't think it's Bruno Fernandes related, is because he said he's an ad. So I think it might be maybe some news about some TV deal or whatnot. So if it's ad, he would not do that against United.
Already a French YouTuber, I'm sure, has got the rights to the Saudi League, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Big up Jimmy Spliff, by the way, for the raid. I'm just going to read a couple of super chats here. FTV says, I'm curious, if we were doing brilliantly, would you care if Mainoo played or not? The system doesn't suit Mainoo too. No point trying to force him in there. Let's go back to a 3-man midfield. It's better. Yeah, I think so, but here we are now.
You tell me what players suit the system.
Yeah, I agree as well. I agree.
You tell me.
I agree. Who's system? Who's benefiting?
What are you talking about?
No. He's asking a fair point. No, it's a fair question.
Yeah, but we don't call for Kobbie because we're just like Kobbie fan base. We call for Kobbie for control in the middle of the park. We're looking for a profile of player. Even if it wasn't Kobbie, I guess I'll be calling for Ericsson. I need someone to put their foot on the ball in that middle of the park. Someone that can actually do something when they get the ball. We have 2 players in there. That's not their game. So we're looking for that type of profile. I keep on telling them. Another one that can unlock this midfield is Sekou Kone. I think Kobbie and Sekou Kone unlock that midfield, but this guy doesn't get it.
Well, by the end of the day, you got to remember, man, he's not going to play Sekou Kone, is he? You know what I mean? Yeah, he didn't play
meanwhile, Arsenal's got 15-year-olds running up and down, getting everyone excited, but we can't play a 19-year-old because he's too young.
He's too young, man. Yankees hit into double play says, it's simple. All these issues are in midfield without the ball. With Ten Hag, Yard didn't track runners. I also think that a shaky goalkeeper isn't helping. Yeah, Bayand's shit. Bayand's trash, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't think anybody here is going to say that Bayand is any good. But what I will say, though, is, the just going back here on United there, yeah. I just think it comes down to this, right? Is that no one is benefiting. Just to go back onto FTV's comment there, no one is benefiting from this United system. Even a Lenny Euro, I just think is that good anyway. It's just that good anyway, guys. I don't think anybody's suiting the system.
Haven't you seen that stat that Euro hasn't played for or started for a winning team?
Man, I couldn't believe it. You know, I could not believe that, man. That's damaging.
That's what I'm saying. That's damaging. So all this Euro hype, he doesn't know how it feels to.
Euro hype, no.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, it's a point proven where that this system's also not helping Euro, because there's nothing like, as good as Euro is, that's his natural ability, but there's nothing for us to rave about.
No, but the thing is, I don't want to rave about anything right now. I'm not saying to you that we should be looking at this Man United team and be like, yo, like, we're cooking and whatnot. Like, the reality is right now, we've not sold any players yet. We still need a midfielder. We still need a goalkeeper. And this manager really is on borrowed time.
I don't see none of our forwards scoring in the first 5 games. How about that?
Even Grimsby tomorrow.
Oh, Grimsby, I'm not counting that. I'm talking about Burnley, City, Chelsea.
Yeah. Burnley and them, man. Yeah. I know what you mean, Burnley and them, man.
Everyone's out there hyping. I still see that goals are going to come from people we don't expect. It's going to come from a Dorgu, maybe an Ahmad, maybe a Casemiro. If any of these are the people that's going to score, it's going to be set piece FC, and we might get something in. Other than that, we're not going to get no wonderful type of football, and then our forwards are playing. We're not going to get that, guys. We just have to accept it. And this is why I said that the club's got a decision to make. Amorim is making it very clear he's missing a profile in the middle of the park. It's either you back him or your manager's going to struggle. Not our manager. We support the club. He's going to struggle. And if you don't want him to struggle, you're going to have to go and back him and get him a midfielder. And it's not any type of midfielder. Even if you have to go and get a Camavinga in, you have to go and get him.
No, I think that's too late, man. I think it's too late now. I'll be honest with you, man. Even when, like, the maddest thing is, it's that Wavo and Sesko came on here. You know, Sesko, in the 40 minutes that he had on here, didn't have a shot. I'm actually baffled, man. Let me bring the stats up from Sesko yesterday. Like, even in the minutes he played, didn't have a shot, didn't have anything, bro. And I'm like, yo, is this what we're on right now? Is this what we're on right now? Let me just bring it up right now. Here. One second, Bruno.
What did you think about Bruno saying that the referee put him up?
Yeah, we're gonna get onto that. We're gonna get onto that, Nuno. One second. Not this here, man. 1 second, people. Let me just bring it up to you right now. Here we go. So this was Benjamin Sesko, 38 minutes played. 0, obviously, total shot 0, man. I thought he did well to hold. Look at the ball, like 10 out of 13 passes were good. I thought his hold-up play and his link-up play was good. Chances created, I don't expect him to there.
You have to feed the strikers.
17. Look at in the box in there. 1 touch in the box.
You gotta feed them. Man,
you didn't get a crossing. No crosses in there.
He can't.
You know what I mean? You got 2 out of his aerial drills. You know what I mean? So he did his job.
As soon as he walked down the tunnel,
look at how Mbeumo's touches were in that period of the game when he was on the pitch. Manchester United were not in control. Fulham were in total control.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I know, man.
From the watch-along side, you turn from we've got to get the 3 points to get me out of here with a point.
You know what's mad though? Man, then, you know what's mad though?
Go on,
see how we're playing and how bad we're playing. The only person that was actually able to save us when we were playing this bad up front was Zertsky. Zertsky knows all of this.
I know.
Zertsky knows all of this. He knows that we don't get the ball in the box. He knows he's got to come deep, put his foot on the ball, and play it out wide and then run in. He knows he's got to do 1-2s. Zertsky's the only one. So why are you throwing people in there that don't even know about this death trap that you're putting them in? It's madness, bro.
Just a side note.
He's under pressure, that's why.
After signing that Piero kid.
Yeah.
Who Piero?
Piero Hankabi, whatever his name.
Hit Sapi, the left back, left centre back, yeah.
The man out there signing more players.
Yeah. But they're signing more. They spent nearly 300 million. You know what I will say though is we've still not done enough in the market though. Like, yes.
Of course we ain't. We need a midfielder, Saeed.
Yeah, we still need a midfielder, man. 2, yeah, really.
We need a goalkeeper, a reliable goalkeeper. Well, an experienced goalkeeper that we're not.
The man are signing more, bro. The man are signing more. You can't stop, man. This is the problem, man. You cannot stop. The only problem is, United needed to sell a lot of players. United needed to sell a lot of players. I don't
care what anybody says. Those stats are damning.
Really and truly, let's be honest though, United should have really sold Bruno, Casemiro, and then obviously Eriksen left. So United would have had to at least in a minimum 2 midfielders, maybe 3. 3 midfielders.
Gary Neville, 28 games, lost 11. Amorim lost 14.
And he was sacked and hounded out. Valencia fans, Did you watch a documentary? Valencia fans went to the boss, and started shouting and chanting on his name. But we, Ruben Amorim,
Ruben Amorim, bring the glory game to the game.
Well, you know what? We might be. We are our own worst enemy. I'm telling you now, man.
100%.
We are our own worst enemy. I'm telling you now.
100%.
If you want to put me in that category, you can put me in. But us as a collective, I'm telling you now, bro. We are our own worst enemy. We don't want success.
100%.
We don't want to be better. We want to stay in the same position and then hope for one day things miraculously turn around for Man United. I'm telling you now, man. We think that all of a sudden going to be a good team now. But you know what I mean, bro? All of a sudden, it's mad. How all of a sudden are United is going to be a good team, bro? For me, you got to sack him. You got to sack managers until you get the right one. It's been proven. That's the only way you're going to do it, guys. If Xabi Alonso, does not do well this year, he will be sacked.
We're coming to work on holiday.
Barcelona.
The difference is that those are football clubs still. Manchester United is an enterprise.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You need to sack managers.
We don't, though.
No, but I'm letting you know that has to be.
We don't
today. There's this guy here today.
We don't sack managers when they deserve
today, man. I seen someone on TikTok today saying, "Oh, but you don't just sack managers. I mean, what happened to Fergie or Pep Guardiola? Would you have sacked them too?" Oh my God! Seriously, man.
They're just chatting nonsense,
man. I'm sick of this,
bro. You have to get the right guy, Saeed. You have to get the right guy, and you have to back him. But for that, the right guy has to show you, has to prove to you why he needs the full support. And at this moment in time, we're embarrassed. And Ben Jacobs needs to be shameless, that muppet. Absolutely, like trolling the United fans. It's got nothing to do with Bruno. It's got everything to do with our team.
No, it's an ad. Yeah, man. Listen, he's not here, man. I told him about Thomas Frank, man. He didn't listen to me. You lot didn't listen to me about Thomas Frank, man. But
I did. I said I rated him.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I just don't know, man. I just think for me, it's just we're washed, man. We're just finished, bro. Unless we sack the manager, I think there's a lot of hope.
Yeah, even if we sack the manager, that midfield is still going to have back massive holes.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you then prioritize a suitability for Manchester United, and what you do. Yeah, but
the lot's still going to be there, Saeed. Bruno Fernandes still going to be there.
Yeah, they're still going to be there.
We need to get rid of Bruno before we get a next manager, because he's going to be a toxic force for any manager that comes in. Bruno has to go before any new manager comes. We can't allow any new manager to have him as a selection.
Your idea of Rudy, till the end of the season is not looking that. It's not looking that.
No, not as well, man. I'm listen. It is what it is.
The thing is bringing Ollie back. We got Ollie at the wheel. You see, if Ollie had this team, if Ollie had this team, it will be cooking all day, every day. It'll be cooking jollof.
But we bring Ollie back, man. I'm logging out, man. My YouTube career is done. Yeah, you could take over my channel, Musa.
You telling me Ollie wouldn't cook with his team as interim?
He had the chance to cook with the team that he had, and did he cook?
Of course he cooked. We just run him out. We had no patience.
Man, allow the revisionism. He had the time. He had the energy. He had the patience. He didn't do anything in 3 years, bro.
His first 2 season finishes. What was his first 2 season finishes?
Oh, man, seriously.
Man finished 3rd and 2nd. And then the last season when he said that he had to play expansion football, the players couldn't hack it, and then he got sacked. But we're going on like we all did say it before. Ollie's biggest problem was his number 2. He never went and got a world-renowned number 2 to step in. He kept on just waiting on Carrick and McKenna, and that got him sacked. We told him. Because, listen, Ollie as a manager could manage the club, and he understood everything that we needed as a team and as a football club. But when it came to coaching, there was a few things at the elite level that he was missing. And he never went and got people in, what Alex used to do. He just kept true to Carrick and McKenna, and we lost it.
I can say we bring back Van Gaal, but I'm not going to bring back Van Gaal. I'm not.
I'm talking about interim, though. I didn't say long-term. I said interim.
Nah, interim is at Besiktas now. Let him do what he's got to do over there. He's there now. You could go and get Iriola. Go and get Iriola. He would come in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Go and get Iriola. Make an offer that he can't refuse and bring him to Old Trafford. And that's, for me, it. You know what I mean? And then we can go from there. You know what I mean? I'm not really hearing Glasner because I don't want to play the 3-back system again. I'd rather stay away from that, for me, please. So get me a manager that understands his team, that plays to their strengths here, and knows how to adapt. This is my 3 criteria, yeah? Yeah? Premier League, understands the Premier League. Yeah? Understands, plays to the player's strengths and can adapt. Them 3. If you have them 3 qualities, come to Old Trafford. Simple. If you can do that...
I'm afraid there's no quick way of quick fix. We think that every season and new coach is going to come in, but the same shit is still there. And what's there, Manchester United is rotten. You just got to accept it. We're rotten to the core.
No. I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
Unless we get rid of these owners, we're never going to be a football club. We're not starting with propaganda.
Nuruddin.
You fall for the propaganda.
I'm not falling. I'm not falling it. I am not falling for it. All I'm saying to you is,
you're telling me we were superb against Arsenal, and when me and Musa are telling you they gave us the ball, we're telling you they gave us the ball.
What I'm saying to you,
and then Iwobi, who's an Arsenal reject, Smith Rowe, who's an Arsenal reject, who's not good enough for Arsenal, and Silva, who doesn't even get any job anywhere near the top 6, is telling the whole world how easy it is to play against us.
By the way, we've got some news about Højlund. Negotiation between Napoli and Man United are at final stages on loan. Deal with buy option clause to become mandatory. Wow. So it's going to be a mandatory buy clause here. Talks underway with Rasmus Højlund in his camp over personal terms again today, with Napoli and Conte pushing to get it done. So, yeah, final stages on that one, man. Rasmus Højlund on his way to play with McTominay and De Bruyne. Who would have thought it, eh? De Bruyne, McTominay, and Højlund up front in a front 3.
That's what football does, so football can move. What normal?
Yeah, man.
With normal football clubs, football can move quickly. Things can change. And Manchester United was stuck in the rut, and people like you want to ignore it. It's not just all the coaches, it's not all the managers. But after he sacked Ten Hag to double down and get a guy who vacates the midfield, whose tactics is even puts more strain on players, and then you bring him on and you don't back him properly, and then you will expect miracles.
No, they need to get him a midfielder. That's what I said. They've got 2 options.
We need 2.
We need 2, but minimum 1 though. Minimum 1, because I've picked an 11 that I think with this 11 we can go on.
What comes in and he gets injured, Musa? Who's going to play then? Are we back to being?
I'm with you, but even then, for me, it's just a system, because I've got an 11, and the only player missing in that 11 is Baleba. But if you put Casemiro in there, it still works. It's because it's a 3-man midfield. Like Casemiro at the base of a 3-man midfield can still do a job. He's not that bad that he's not top 5 ready, that we flip and go away to Fulham and we struggle because Casemiro's at the base of a midfield. Even Ugarte is as bad as he is in a midfield 3 at the bottom of the base. He's not that bad. Not when you've got other players, 2 players in front of him that will come and they're combative and they'll support him when they need to. The problem is Bruno Fernandes. He has to get nothing works.
But we got to get rid of him though. We got a couple of days left. He won't leave in a week.
The issue is Bruno, and then now he's got a Bruno too.
Have you noticed, man?
You know what the problem is though? We've got a manager.
It depends how willing you're willing to do the deal.
No, but what the problem is, we've got a manager that's got a Bruno Fernandes, and he's also just got himself a new Bruno 2.0 who's Mason Mount. So whatever happens, you're in trouble.
But let me ask you a question.
trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Club, yeah, have forced out.
Hello,
Yeah,
darkness, my old friend.
But let me ask you a question, guys. Yeah, the club have forced out Rashford. The club have forced out apparently Hoyland now. The club are forcing out Garnacho. But why the main
He forced
prize
himself
asset?
out, to be fair.
The main prize asset here that you could get £100 million from, you don't want to force out. It don't make sense.
They let him decide.
Madness.
He waited 3 weeks for his decision. Do you not remember?
It's madness.
It's mad. It don't make sense.
It's
He's
madness.
dictating to the
You
football
could have
club.
got
He told
100
me it's the
million,
football
yeah?
club.
Guaranteed, by the way. Guaranteed. We don't know if Garnacho's guaranteed yet. We don't know if Hoyland, you know what I mean? I don't know. You never know. There could be a clause in Hoyland's contract that doesn't make Napoli want to sign him anymore. We've seen it
And
with
by the
Sancho.
way, Saeed, by next Monday, if the bomb squad don't come back,
It's total madness. I don't get it. It's total madness.
they're going to be back and integrated into the team.
And then,
Even
yeah.
Sancho
You ready
ain't
for
going
that trouble?
nowhere.
Are you ready for that trouble?
No, but the thing is, I just don't get the club's thought process here as to why you wouldn't just force Bruno, say, yo, you need to leave, take the money, we need the money, and see you later, bro. Force him out. It's business. You know what you say to him? It's business. You know what? That you've been a great servant. It's business. Same way you did with David De Gea, who's a more of a legend than Bruno Fernandes. And yet you hounded him out.
Saeed, it's because he dictates what happens.
No, but why are you giving him? Why are you giving him that though? Why are you giving him that?
Because they are.
Accept the bid and he
Face of the club.
leaves.
Because he's the face of the club.
But that's
That's
wrong.
what I think about Ineos. You tell me about my conspiracies. How's that a conspiracy? That's the truth. He plays every minute of every second when he's fit.
Nah, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
And then
It's
he
an
told you
absolute
he
joke.
got triggered. He said he got triggered by the referee because the referee brushed past him.
Yeah.
We were all depressed about the game.
Mm.
But this morning when I woke up, I was like, when I actually saw the interview, I was like, what? The referee just barely brushed him. And he's like, I got triggered.
Bro, I can't believe that, bro. Like, it really angers me. He goes, I wanted an apology. Who are you, man?
Apology.
I can't
I'm like,
believe it.
where's your head at?
You know what? Big up to
Where's
Craig
your head
Burnley,
at?
man.
Where's
Craig
your
Burnley
head at
cooked
the
him.
referee when you got
Did you watch
engaged
Craig
to him?
Burnley? Did you watch Craig Burnley? He cooked him, man. Shout out to Craig Burnley, man. Absolutely destroyed him, man. Said, who do you think you are, man? Who do you think you are, bro?
That is the laugh. That's how much power this player's got over this football club. That he can publicly come out and say that.
Nah, it's actually embarrassing, man. It's actually embarrassing, bro.
It's the disgrace that I swear to God. Do you remember, when Jose, this is Jose, when Jose was telling us about Sevilla football heritage? I said that's when Manchester United died. That's when I knew that the death of Manchester United. Because a guy can sit there and tell me about a team that's knocked us out, who have not got no European pedigree, who are no way big as Manchester United. I think yesterday there was another nail in that coffin of Manchester United. I swear.
Manchester United, yeah.
Bruno coming out and telling us about how much he was distracted and triggered.
He's got control, man. He's got control. He's got control. You know what I mean? He clearly can see. That will only happen, yeah. That will only fade away if the fan
Imagine
base.
if that was Pogba or Rashford that said that. He'll be absolutely hounded out of this football club.
Man, you can't say that, though, You can't say that, man.
Why can I not say that?
You can't say that, man. Just saying, you can't say that. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, man. But how dare? And you know what? Yeah, this is what I mean about And you know what? Yeah, big up to Roy Keane, by the way. Yeah, that you lot tried to go against your legend. Yeah, Roy Keane and this Ian Wright, man. I told you about this Ian Wright, man. This company, man, Ian Wright. Yeah, you know what I mean. Say what you want to say, but Roy Keane was saying it, and then Ian Wright was like, "Oh, but he saved you. Get out of here, man."
Saved us what? 15. We got saved because the 3 were horrendous.
Look at this. Watch this.
Every few weeks, he said, Tony Adams is amazing.
That's what England. I'm used
Yeah, of course.
That's
That's what we expect.
And we go back to the team and the recruitment and the players and showing a bit of fight, a bit of quality, a bit of speed in your play. They draw at everything. It's like they've won the cup.
Facts.
Bizarre. Not even the fans. The level of the I see fans at matches, they're singing for Bruno. I say, these boys, I think you're imposters.
No, bro, not Bruno.
Righty.
No.
If
you're gonna dig
you know
someone
what,
out,
Righty?
don't
I've had
dig-
enough of that rubbish,
No,
man.
come on, right.
You watch Arsenal every week. What about we focus more on United? I'm watching them. Sit and watch a game. Sit and watch a game with them. We watched them at Leicester we watched them in the FA Cup a few weeks ago. I watched them at Everton on Saturday. People pretend to be closing people down.
But who brought them back into the game? Who's bringing you guys back into the game? You can't. It's not Bruno, Roy. When we're talking about somebody who can actually do something to save you lot, it's Bruno who's saving it.
15 bucks.
You're right. You know why, Saeed? You know why all the opposition legends, so-called other club legends, love him? Because they want United to beat him back.
I know.
One guy. That's what they want. That's why they do it. Because they're like, if they let him go, they might actually compete. They might actually have a bit more function in midfield and pace. But they don't want that. So that's why they keep hyping him up. And the fan base swallow it. To me,
if it praise the Lord.
If he wasn't there where you'd be.
But you have to have a starting point. I go back to it all.
Bruno's
talent is not enough.
Let somebody else take the penalty. If you're not mentally right and your routine has been spoiled, you've got other guys in the team who can take the penalty. And Mbeumo's record for Brentford was amazing last season. Let him take it.
Yeah.
Or the talent. Bruno's a talented player, but
when I
talent's
used
not
to talk
enough.
about Bruno and I said
Talent is not enough, Righty. Talent is not enough.
What's he
you
won?
talk to me.
Now he's won something.
You were in
Now
the
he's
dressing room.
going somewhere.
Tony Adams was this. Tony Adams was that. Because he was a fighter. You've got young players. You have to look at somebody and go, I like what he does. You can't put the ball in the top of the net from 25 yards. I get that. But you want someone's going, lads, are you with me? Are you with me?
Maybe he's not that captain. Maybe he's not that. I'm with
no,
you.
he's
But
not.
what he's
Well, I
doing in
guarantee he's
respect
not.
of saving you, playing that pass,
Saving.
the goal.
What's he saving?
He's the one
What's
that
he
brings
saving?
it.
2-2 at Everton.
If Bruno's
What's he saving?
If Bruno's
What's he
not there,
saving?
United are in the relegation places.
Righty,
If
relax
Bruno's
yourself.
not
What's he
there,
saving him? What's he saving?
at the moment,
We saw him at Leicester a few weeks ago. You're
trying to isolate that particular game. Bruno on a regular basis saves that club in games.
Saves them. We're out in the league.
Man.
We're out in the league.
Where would they be if they didn't have
All
Bruno?
right.
Am I right or
A
wrong?
place above it.
I think he's a good player.
Yeah, exactly. A place above, man. That people exaggerate, man. If United didn't have Bruno, where would they be, bro, man?
United survived before Bruno ever came to Manchester United.
Bro.
The level of disgrace and recency bias is unbelievable. We've had David Beckham leave Manchester United. We had Cristiano Ronaldo leave Manchester United. What are you waffling about? We've had Paul Scholes retire from Manchester United. Ryan Giggs retire from Manchester United. What are you waffling about?
Bro.
We've had Wayne Rooney leave Manchester United. Wayne Rooney.
Bro, listen, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Let me get this last super chat before we wrap up, bro. United actually, Simeone, 87-minute subs were rubbish. Now, Simeone's washed, man. I don't rate Simeone anymore, man. Saying I joined late, United won't play Mainoo until he signs a new deal. Chelsea did save with Achimpong. It's above Amorim. I'm sorry, man. I'm not comparing Achimpong to Mainoo. It's a rubbish comparisons, but big up to you, man, for the super chat. But I'm sorry. Achimpong and Mainoo are not the same. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Come on, bro. CL says, is it the same meaning that everyone said we shouldn't be relying on him because he's young? You ask for development, young players accept it. No, but we're also saying that he should.
I want to
yeah,
see the evidence.
there's a balance, though. Is there a balance, though? Isn't there a balance to that argument there, CL? You know what I mean? We're saying he should be given game time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of players that shouldn't be in that position. So I hear you. I'm not saying rely on that player. But we need to be, as a collective team,
we should never be relying on any player, Saeed.
Nobody.
We should have multiple players in different positions.
Yeah,
we should have a system.
Nobody. But listen, man, I'm going to get ready, man. I'm going to watch the Liverpool game in a second. Nuruddin, make sure you're not subscribed to Nuruddin. When is your analysis show?
Let me just tell you, people need to subscribe. Yeah, they can get me. Listen, 48 people subscribe. That means 13.8K.
There you go. Someone put his chat, pinned comment. Let me know, people in the chat. Make sure you don't like the video, people. We're not even 1,000 likes, I believe. So please hit the like button. I'll be live in about half an hour for the Liverpool game. But please, guys, get us to 1,000 likes. It doesn't cost you a penny, man. We call it as you see it. We try and give you, people. Yeah, man. Just as I always say to people, man. You send super chats and whatnot, but we all just want likes. That's all we like. first and foremost. That's the
Saeed,
key
where's the
foundation
game?
of the channel.
Where's the game tonight? Is it Anfield or is it?
No, it's at Newcastle. It's at Newcastle. It's at Newcastle. You know what I mean? And I've just seen the reception.
Watching that.
Look at the reception. You know what I mean?
Wow.
A lot of booze and whatnot. So, yo, people, like the video, man. I'll see you lot in about half an hour, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.